Um, they showed Suicide Squad gameplay finally. I've been super excited for this game since the first trailer. But they finally showed gameplay, and now I'm even more excited. And it for sure looks like Sunset Overdrive. It is very much like Sunset Overdrive, and I'm not mad at that. It looks fun. It's co-op, so I'm excited to play that with some friends. I'm trying to think who I know for a fact is going to get it. You're going to get it. Craig's going to get it. I'm getting it. That's 3. Now we need a 4th.
Am I gonna get it?
You're going to get it. I know you're going to get it.
Eventually. I'm definitely gonna get it eventually, but I'm not gonna get it like day one. They're gonna have to show off way more for me to actually get it.
I was going to say, I guarantee you they're going to show more that's going to convince you, and you're going to get it as soon as you can.
I may wait like 2 months. I don't know. Gotham Knights is really the only game so far that I've seen where I'm like, Gotham Knights, Alan Wake. Those are the only 2 games where I don't care how bad Alan Wake's gameplay is. I'm gonna get that day one. But
I'm definitely playing it at least with Craig, maybe Josh, since he's finally reconnected with the human world and the plane of existence.
That man just literally disappeared off the face of the earth.
But yeah,
teleports to a new dimension. He went to Oz or Narnia or something.
Yeah, he probably went to Narnia. He went to Hogwarts.
Oh, lucky.
No, what's the American school?
Ilvermorny.
Yeah, Ilvermorny. He went to Ilvermorny. But yeah, I'm excited for it. It looks good. It looks fun. I'm trying to think who I would play as, and for me it's between. I'm leaning towards Captain Boomerang. I was supposed to say Boomerang, man.
Boomerang.
Captain Boomerang, because he has like a combination of like super speed, and I love me some super speed in a video game.
Same.
And Harley Quinn looks cool too.
Yeah, I was gonna say you know how I feel about Harley Quinn. I don't really like Harley Quinn, but like her gameplay looks fun. I might play as Harley.
She's gonna swing around like Spider-Man, but from a drone, which I think is cool.
Yeah.
That's essentially gonna be their way of being like, well, what is she swinging off of? Well, it's a drone. It's not just the air.
I wonder if they could add Black Spider, because Black Spider is literally just Assassin Spider-Man.
That would be fun if they just added Black Spider as a DLC character. You just swing around.
Because Black Spider is literally just Assassin Spider-Man, and he's a common Suicide Squad style character. Like I could see Black Spider.
That joke he made in one of the episodes where he was just like something about hot sticky balls, and I was just like, why?
I love that so much.
But that's all I got.
Who do you want to see as a DLC character? Oh, that's what I want to ask you. Who do you want to see?
DLC? That's a good question. Star Up, no.
Just plays as giant starfish, takes 0 damage the whole time.
That's a good question.
I want to see Bronze Tiger immediately. I feel like you knew I was going to say that. I want to see Bronze Tiger.
Yeah, off top, I'm like Deathstroke, the Shade. I feel like the Shade could be cool.
The Shade could be really cool. I didn't even think about the Shade. I want to see Deathstroke, especially because this takes place in the Arkham universe.
Yeah, I was thinking about a Reverse Flash, but I feel like maybe he would play
Reverse Flash could be really cool.
Captain Boomerang, but I don't know how Captain Boomerang fully plays. We've only saw a little bit.
Since it takes place in the Arkhamverse, probably Red Hood, even though I really don't like the fact that it takes place in the Arkhamverse for numerous reasons, but
I do.
Red Hood could be really cool.
Why?
They did a lot with like the Batman mythos in Night that I just wasn't a fan of, that then makes me question a lot of what's about to happen in this game regarding Batman characters as well as the rest of the league. I also really want to know when this takes place.
They also made Arkham City and Arkham Asylum, so like I don't think one game discredits those 2 games completely.
It feels weird, especially if did you read any of the tie-in comics for Arkham?
No.
They did so much weird stuff with the lore. Like that's all I'm really gonna say, because I want you to read those comics and then I want to see your reaction to them.
Like tie-in comics aren't like usually written by the people who worked on the game.
They're not, and they've contradicted a couple of things. The comics contradict themselves on a couple of different occasions, but they made it clear that they're canon. And
tie-in comics almost always suck.
Also, wait a second, didn't Amanda Waller get killed in Assault on Arkham, which is canon to the Arkham games? When does this game take place? I'm so confused, and she looks so different.
Amanda Waller is kind of like Batman. She has contingencies. She doesn't like to die. Maybe she
got shot in the face. There's no coming back.
Dude, people can be brought back from the life in DC. Let's not pretend like that's not a thing.
That's fair. In the Arkham universe, I don't know. We'll see.
And what is it? Hell to Pay, literally the whole movie is about her dying, so they were going to like get her like a what, get out of hell free card or something.
That was a different. That's a different universe. Though. That's what I was
No, I
saying. Like the
know, but
Arkham
like I'm
universe.
saying that there is a precedent for Amanda Waller knowing she's going to die and setting up something to make sure it doesn't happen.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Or
I'm
this
very
could
curious to
just
see the future of the story of this game.
it could just take place before like certain things.
Before night, it could. That raises more questions for me, but I can see it.
Yeah.
I want to see what universe this Wonder Woman game takes place in. I want it to take place in the Gotham Knights universe because I really like this new universe they're setting up.
I would like to. I don't know, because I definitely want them. I definitely would like it to take place in a universe so they can set stuff up. But if I had to choose one, I would definitely choose the Arkham universe because I'm already familiar with it and I want to see more of it. But if they just started a new universe with Arkham Knight, I mean Gotham Knights, and started making other
That's
superheroes,
what the rumored was supposed to have been doing is
in
creating
the
a new universe
universe,
with Night
I wouldn't be mad.
or with Night.
But before we end, I actually want to mention something because I got into an argument with someone where they said like Suicide Squad was like what they hoped the Avengers was going to be. And then someone said, no, that's Guardians of the Galaxy. And then I said, that's not really a good comparison because in Guardians of the Galaxy, you can only play as Star-Lord. And then they said, no, it's a great comparison. And then they listed off things that are good comparisons. And I was like, you're right. But what we're specifically talking about are games where you can play as multiple different characters. You cannot do that in Guardians of the Galaxy. That's why it's not a great comparison. And then I thought about Final Fantasy VII, which I talk about all the time, which is essentially in Final Fantasy VII, imagine the Guardians game, except you not only could you give the characters orders, but you could also play as every single character. That is what you do in Final Fantasy VII Remake. And that's how I think they should maybe lean into that if they decide to. I think they're going to continue. I don't think they're going to give up on. They're definitely not going to give up on the Avengers game. They're going to iterate until it becomes better. Something similar happened with Final Fantasy 14, where a lot of people didn't really like it at the beginning, but they kept working on it until it got better. And now Final Fantasy 14 is one of the most famous MMORPGs on the face of planet Earth. They could do the same thing with the Avengers game if they just keep working on it, which with as much money and time they put into it, I think they're not going to give up. You know, it's a video game. It's not a movie. They can't just, it's not like.
I was gonna say it's already better than it should,
Yeah.
or it's already better than it was with the Spider-Man
like-
DLC. The way that they changed a lot of the mechanics, I feel like that's where the game should have started.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad at it. You know how I feel about
They
it.
were going to make another like superhero team up game similar to this. I think they should combine the Final Fantasy VII format with the Guardians of the Galaxy format, where you can play as every individual character, but you also can give each character orders. And then in Final Fantasy VII, outside of combat, you only play as Cloud. There are certain missions where you play as other characters, and they could also do that in this game, where some missions the character you play as outside of combat is Star-Lord, and some missions the character you play outside of combat is one of the other characters. But they could do a similar thing where the main character obviously is Star-Lord, that's who you play as, but in combat specifically, you can switch between characters while also giving them orders, like in Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's what I think that could be.
I didn't get far in Final Fantasy VII, but I gotta say, every chance that I got, anytime Tifu was in my team, she's the person I played as. Wait.
Editor, cut that out.
You are.
Shh, they don't know that.